Oulton. Old Hall.
Hello and welcome to my iRacing channel. So we've had a couple of weeks off because the weather's been quite warm in the UK, but unfortunately I've left it until the very last evening of week 13 to try and recover my safety rating. So at the moment we're at about 1.84, we need to be above 2 to stay as an A-class licence. If I don't manage to do it, or we have a problem in this race or the one after it, then we're going to lose it and we're going to go into the new season as a B-class. So this whole race is about just staying clean, 0 incidents. We don't care about the positioning. We're going to skip qualifying, start at the back, stay out of the way, and just get around with 0 incidents. That's all this race is about. So come on, bear with me. It's going to be a slow one, but method in the madness. Come on, let's crack on.
The track temp is 34 Celsius. 10 minutes. You'll need to get on with this. Alright, Rob. Be ready. Watch for the lights. Green, green, green. 10 minutes remaining. 10 minutes.
So here we go with some safety rating recovery. Intentionally starting right at the back. We need as clean a race as possible. At the moment, it's the last day of week 13.
Incident in Old Hall.
Not had really any races this week or the week before that because the weather's been so hot. So unfortunately I've left it until the very last moment and to try and save my A-class licence.
Good start.
Currently at 1.84 safety rating. Need to get up to over 2. So it will likely take this race if we can remain clean and one more after it. Sod's law is I've left it until the last day, and it's Oulton Park, which is not a very nice race for. Try to keep it clean. But it is only a 10-minute race. Not bothered about positions. Just after saving the A-class. So what we're going to do is, if these guys are all rushing us, probably just going to let them go. This guy might try to take a dive.
Car right.
He is, yep, let him go.
Clear right.
He's not really sure what he's doing. He's already been off the track once. Mazda's not our usual race either, so we're not too savvy with this car. We know we can get around clean. But I really did do some damage to my safety rating in this last season. I've had a couple of weeks off as well. The weather's been extremely hot in the UK. Certainly the room that I race in, at times it's been 44 degrees in here, which is just ridiculous. It's not got the best ventilation. It is a conservatory. So it's got the sun on it pretty much all day round, which means by the time I get to try and have a race,
Nielsen, behind is pitting.
It's like a sauna. So we've stayed away from it, so apologies for the lack of content over the last couple of weeks. And here we are again. Last day, week 13. And hopefully we can get into this new season if the weather's cooling off a little bit. I'm still undecided which car I'm going to use as well. Probably going to stick with the VRS Sprint Series. Last season we raced pretty much the entire season with the Audi R8 LMS, and we did okay with that. It took a little bit of time to tame the car, so maybe it's worthwhile sticking with that car. Although there is a brand new GT3 out this season. It's the Porsche 911 GT3R, I believe. I've not yet purchased it, although I may do that this week and have a little bit of a play with it. But I do need to pick a car and stick to it for the season. Don't like hopping around, changing cars too often. So I'll have a little bit of a think about what I'm going to race for this season. But at the moment, leaning towards staying with the Audi. Then again, I missed the Ferrari. Oh, who knows? Maybe anybody that watches this race, just let me know in the comments. So my choices really are the Audi R8, the Ferrari 488, or the new Porsche. And that's about it.
The leader
really.
has just done a 153.48.
I do also
There's an
own,
incident in Old Hall. It looks like it's Nielsen.
also own the BMW M4 GT3 and the Lamborghini Huracan. But I'm not really a big fan of those two cars, even though I don't think I've had any negative results in either of them.
P15. You've just done a 159.70.
That's fine, I wouldn't bother.
Sector 3 is 2.5 seconds.
It's a chilled
off the
race.
pace.
It's a nice chilled race. 0 incidents is what we're after. At the moment we're succeeding. The rest of the cars have managed to clear off out of the way, so we shouldn't be in any danger of getting wiped out by those. But just to give you a little bit of an idea of how chilled we're taking this race. 159 lap that. Cars in the lead doing a 153, so we're not pushing on the corners. 0x is what we're after. Yeah, so if you're not...
Okay, Rob. Don't think about the lap times. Just hit each and every apex.
Cheers,
That's
Jeff.
5 minutes to go. 5 minutes.
If you're
That's
not too
half
familiar
distance. You're
with
looking good for fuel.
iRacing, there's 12 weeks of the season, and if at the end of the season you are below 2.0 safety rating, you get demoted. If you're above 3, you will get promoted. Now, we're already an A-class license at this moment in time, so if we remain where we are and we didn't do any races at all, stayed at 1.84, we'll end up with a B-class license, and I don't really want to go down there. Doesn't stop me racing the VRS race series, which is what we intend to race. Just means I don't have the nice fancy blue A-class badge.
The leader has just done a 152.70.
Very chilled. So, no doubt, because there is a brand new car in the VRS GT3 series this season, it's going to be absolutely stacked out with Porsche.
Your last lap time was a 159.10.
So, do I want to go that way? Do I want to jump on and race the same car that's probably going to be overcrowding the grid? I mean, the Audi was starting to feel pretty good towards the back end of the season. Although the reason I'm also in this safety rating issue is because of the Audi. It's a little bit tricky to race. I did spend far too many races jumping into the GT3 challenge, which is risky anyway. So maybe this season let's not bother doing any of those. There were nice easy lunchtime races whilst we were all at home on lockdown. I was able to get a 20-minute race in on my hour lunch. But back in the office now, so there's no need to be taking risks on the 20-minute GT3 challenge on an evening, especially when more than likely going to have time to do the 40-minute VRS. So let that be our plan. Nice track is this. I believe we raced this one. Definitely did it in
Push,
the Ferrari.
push, or we'll lose this
488.
place.
Lose this place? The car behind is 52 seconds behind me, Jeff. You're bonkers, mate. Yeah, I've definitely raced this in the GT3. Obviously not setting any blisteringly quick lap times, but that's not
Just 2 minutes left.
the
2 minutes
point.
to go.
2 minutes. Let's get to the end of this race. See what kind of safety rating we've yielded. Hopefully it's enough to tip us over. If it's not, then I'm going to have to do another one of these. Not the most exciting, but it is literally just safety rating farming. We're going to lose a bit of iRating on this as well. I think we're currently sat at about 1650. Oh, I see. You forget all your stats out when you take a couple of weeks off. So the starting track for the VRS Sprint Series is going to be Road Atlanta, I think. I'll have to double check that. But it's a race track that we're fairly familiar with, so I'm hoping that I can jump into that this week without too much messing about, dependent on the car that we choose. Again, why I'm leaning towards a car that I already know, so maybe I'm already talking myself into racing the Audi R8. Then I'd have to do another livery for the Porsche as well, but decisions yet to be made. P15. Well, I did expect a few more of the cars in front to have crashed than this as well. Normally half a dozen cars at least crash and you finish in the top half of the field, so you don't lose too much iRating. But this is this could be a chunk that we are losing. We've got one more lap to do. There we go, white flag. I think
one more lap to go.
We're going to end up needing to do one more race here as well. What I should have done is picked a track that was short, just nice and easy to get round. Laguna Seca was a good one. A lot more cars were crashing there. Minutes. So even now it's nearly 9:30 on an evening. I've got the fans on. It's still probably 30 degrees in this room. So obviously during the day when the sun's out, it's just been unbearable in this room. There's no point in even trying to put a race show up even. So instead of racing, I've been doing my default sunny beer garden, grabbing a beer, chilling out, catching a few rays whilst you can. Don't get much in this country at all, and the most of it whilst we can. iRacing's here all winter.
We think P6 has binned it in Old Hall.
Well, I wish you'd have binned it earlier.
There's an incident in Denton's. We think it might be Nielsen.
Never mind. And here we are, coming down to the start finish. Nice and chilled, relaxing race.
2 minutes to go, 2 minutes. P15. Okay, we're done.
There we go. Nothing fancy. Nice chat, by the way. Let's get out of this and see how much safety rating we've managed to claw back. So here we are with the results. That race, we were split number 3 of 11. Strength of field, 16.27. We lost a chunk of iRating, but expected to. And we've managed to get ourselves over the 2.0 mark with a nice bump of 0.6 safety rating. That's for 0 incidents. And not that it really matters, because we've kind of accomplished exactly what we were after there. But yeah, we're way down here. Started in P17, finished in P15, and who really cares about the lap time? We've done what we set out to do. So that was a lot easier than I expected. I thought I'd have to do a couple of these to squeeze myself back over the 2.0 safety rating, but one race has done it, thankfully. So I didn't really want to do another one of those races as well. A bit dull. So at least that's done, dusted. I can leave that alone now, which means I've got a little bit of spare time to go away and start practicing the next track on VRS. And I shall make a decision which car I'm going to use at the same time. So thanks for joining me. That was a little bit dull, but like I say, there was a reason we were going that slow. I'm staying out of the way, and we've achieved that. So roll on new season with our A-class license intact. Excellent. So thanks very much for joining me. Hopefully that was okay. Please do stick with me for future content, and hopefully we can have a good season as well. So thank you very much. See you later. Bye-bye.